How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to be showcasing Yunli today when it comes to how good is she as a character. And specifically talking about this showcase, we're going to be looking at one of her better teams in regards to her taking on MLC 12. As always, before we get into all that, remember that this is going to be on the content creator experience server. So everything that I showed today may change when it comes to live release. But going into Yunli and how she plays, she is basically a Clara 2.0 in a way. And it sounds a little weird the way I say it, but I do genuinely think that the way Yunli plays and the way Clara plays are very similar in how you want to interact with them within a team. But I think Yunli is a little bit more fun, in all honesty. And I don't think Yunli at the current moment is going to be an absolutely crazy character. But I do think she's going to be an amazing pickup if you are interested in her playstyle, which I'll get into later on. Which I'm going to go ahead and say that her build is going to be what we see right now. She's going to have her signature light cone, so this is going to help out with the damage quite a bit. She's going to have the crit rate of 95, crit damage at 171. And for the relics, funny enough, we are going to be using the brand new relic set that came with the break set, which is going to help out not only our follow-up damage, but also helping out with the ultimate, which the follow-up is considered as if we look at her talent. Or not the talent, if we look at the ultimate, this is considered ultimate damage. So this does help quite a bit with our follow-up once we use our ultimate, but I'll get into that when we get further into the showcase. So other than that, let's get straight to it. We are going to be bringing Yunli, Tingyun, Robin, and REHOO because of course, when it comes to Yunli, she gets her ultimate to give her the stronger version of her counter, which is a very important portion of her kit. So we do want Tingyun, of course, for the attack boost, the damage boost, and also the energy. REHOO for the same reason, attack boost, energy boost. And then we got Robin to help us out with the follow-up attacks and giving us a couple of extra turns, helping us out with the damage and giving in her own damage as well on top of Yunli's follow-up attack. So this is all what we're going to be bringing today. So let's go ahead and get straight into the showcase. Now we are here with Yunli, Tingyun, Robin, and REHOO. And of course, going into the match, we're going to go ahead and showcase our techniques out. That way we can get our buffs up. That way we can get Yunli and her technique up, which I think she has a very unique one and a really cool one in my honest opinion, which is she's allowed to attack immediately when she gets in the battle, which I think is a really cool thing to have. Gonna go ahead and do a Tingyun ult. That way we can get our energy up and also use dance, dance, dance. And the way we want to play this is of course buffing ourselves up, giving everyone their skills and buffs out Yunli as well. The main thing we want to do here is time our ultimate before an enemy hits, because if we do that, we end up getting a very strong attack that comes out of her follow-up attack, something that you don't see if you allow her to use her ultimate and no enemies attacking. If it goes past an enemy's turn or it goes past an ally's turn and you used your ultimate already, you're gonna get a much weaker hit if nothing hit Yunli. So you really want to wait so that Yunli can taunt with her ultimate. That way she can get off this huge hit that we're going to see in quite a minute. So we're going to go ahead and basic attack here. And then we're going to go ahead and use Yunli's ultimate, which allows for taunt and allows us to do this nasty hit of 191k. Holy crap. Now the main thing I want to say here is that I've been asking for a unit to do this for quite some time after Argenti, which is a character that's able to spread their damage out when needed for AoE. But for Yunli's case, she has the same thing like Argenti, where she can spread out her damage when she does the big sword hit. But if there's one enemy on the field, then that means only one enemy is going to be taking in all those extra damage hits, which makes for some crazy nukes that we're probably going to see later down the line. So what we're going to do here is we're going to throw a skill at this guy right here, hopefully filling up Yunli's gauge, which actually might let us. It's a good thing I didn't do that, because that would have made it to where we wouldn't have gotten the hit, because the enemy is actually going to attack us before the ultimate even went off. So it's a good thing that I saved it here, and there's nothing wrong with saving it in the first place. And another thing to talk about in regards to working around Yunli is that for Yunli specifically, you can save up your ultimate so that when you do get hit, you are going to get that big hit off. Not only that, you also want to make sure you're not weakness breaking characters as frequently, because if you do, that means they're not going to hit you back, and if they don't hit you back, you're not going to be able to get off your counter, which is going to be a big damage loss. That's the reason why REHOO for the most part isn't going to work so well with Yunli this time. She actually has a team or a character that she doesn't want to be a part of, because if the enemies can't move with the delay and the break effect and all the different type of stuff, that Yunli does no damage. So you really want to try to stray away from using REHOO with Yunli this time around. We are going to be doing a basic attack on this guy. That way we can get some energy, and not only that, also get hit for the extra energy. And this should give us what we need. Now we can use Robin and her ultimate and boost everyone back to the front, helping us out with buffs, energies, healing, all that different type of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and use our skill here. we don't really have to worry about Yunli doing anything because she actually heals herself off her own skill, which I think is a really cool thing. We're going to be using a skill on Yunli. That way we can boost up Ting Yun's energy really quickly. That way we can also go ahead and use a skill that's going to hurt and break this guy. But we're also going to use our ultimate to get that big hit in. So we're going to do 1, and then we're going to go ahead and use our taunt. And hopefully he does damage. There, no, please hurry up. No, we got the weak version of it. And only because the other guy doesn't hit before he puts in his debuffs and stuff like that. I did not know that was the case, which that sucks so bad in all honesty. We're going to go ahead, use Ting Yun's Dance Dance Dance, give it to Yunli for the ultimate. And we're going to go ahead and also use REHOOs because we can not only help out Robin, but we can also help out Yunli and Ting Yun. There's no wasted energy coming off of here. So this is a really nice thing to see. We're going to go ahead and do a basic on this guy right here. Yunli is going to be doing a skill and then using the ultimate. I hopefully did this correctly. We're going to have the taunt. And then hopefully the next enemy is going to hit Yunli. Oh wait, I still got the big one off. Okay, thank God. I still got the big one off. We're going to go ahead and use the taunt again. That way Argenti hits Yunli. There you go. Big slash. So that's the cool look at 408k. That's the cool thing about Yunli. I really like how interactive she is with the actual game, because it's just so cool to see that big number come off for actually timing your ult properly. And if you're not just spamming it, if you don't have it on auto, you're gonna have a big difference in damage, which I think is just such a cool thing for it to go by. We're gonna go ahead and use our basic again on Argenti. We're really not gonna get a lot off of this, and hopefully no one dies here. Holy crap. But there's our basic or our counter with Yunli. We're also gonna use our skill here. We got the ultimate as well. We're gonna go ahead and use the basic here because I don't want to mess up Ting Yun's ult and also REHOO skill that we all have. Wow, 1 energy off. Now we're going to heal everyone up. And with this being done and said, we are going to go ahead and ult with Yunli. That way, Argenti hits Yunli. Yunli comes in with a big slash. A little bit overkill, but it still works out in my honest opinion. And then we're going to go back in with Robin, hopefully getting enough for her ultimate. Of course not. They're going to go ahead and use our ultimate with Ting Yun, giving the dance boost. We have Ting Yun coming up, or she actually haven't had your turn yet. So we're gonna use a basic on Argenti, and there you go. And then we get the Robin ult. I love this team. It's so cool. Robin being so strong, being able to just boost everyone forward is such a cool thing. Now going ahead and use REHOO's ultimate, giving Yunli the ultimate that she needs, helping out Ting Yun, helping out with the damage boost in all. Then we're going to use a skill. We're going to use a skill in the middle. Just going ahead and use it in the middle. We're going to do a basic. Ting Yun is chilling as well. And then what we're going to do after is we're going to wait for Argenti to take his turn. All right. I am so upset. Now we're going to change that up. Now that he's already taken the follow-up from Yunli, hopefully we take some damage here. We did. Good. Boom. 322k. Absolutely beautiful. I messed up and let him get the armor off, so that way we couldn't use the ultimate. But if we did, we would have lost all that damage off of that, which would have been so bad for that. So we're gonna go ahead and use our basic here. Argenti's taking in mass damage. We're gonna go use the ultimate on Ting Yun as well. And then after that, once Argenti's turn is coming up, that is when we are going to use Yunli's ultimate to get the taunt off, and not only that, get that massive damage we're gonna see in a quick second. Boom, 280k. Really nice. In all honesty, I love how Yunli plays. She's so cool in that she's Clara 2.0, because I've always loved Clara and I've always loved how that playstyle is with the countering, and seeing Yunli being able to do that ×2 with making sure that you're actually parrying the enemy's attack so that you're not wasting the ultimate damage buff, because if you do, you get that weak slashing that you don't really want compared to the huge sword hit that you get off of Yunli, massively increasing that damage. And I just overall like how she has a lot of portions to her kit that Clara had holes in at the start. But now that we have something like her skill, which gives you HP based on using your skill, the way she has the taunt that's innately in her as well within the parry, a lot of really cool stuff that Clara didn't have access to unless you had Clara's signature. Now that we have someone that's able to heal with their own skill, someone that's able to make really big use of their ultimate and giving them a fat ton of damage, and it also considering as an ultimate damage attack as well, which gets helped out by a lot by this new relic set, which gives us not only crit rate but also ultimate damage boost. And not only that, we also have characters coming out like Jiao Shou, who is able to give ultimate damage increase as well. So someone like Yunli is already going to be getting premium buffs as time is going by with someone like Jiao Shou. And when it comes to Yunli specifically, in my honest opinion, I don't think she's going to be an amazingly crazy character. I don't think she's Acheron 2.0. I don't think she's Firefly, not even Boo Hill. But in all honesty, I do think Yunli is a very strong character in whole and able to clear whatever she wants to clear. I do intend on doing a showcase in Pure Fiction as well with her. So before we get into all that, or once we get into all those videos, we'll have our full opinion on Yunli. I just think she's a really fun character, a really good character. And honestly, if you pull for her, you won't regret it for the most part. She is pretty nice in what she does. And I think she has a lot of potential in the future, especially with future teammates and currently existing characters. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. See y'all guys in the next one, and peace.